Okay, thanks very much, guys, for coming. My name is George Mead. Many of you have seen me before. I'll also introduce the other members of Team LG, is what I like to call us. Nisha is sitting over here. Nisha works with myself in the marketing team, as well as does Rebecca. And we also have Captain Dean Little here as well, who's one of our product technical trainers. So he goes around the country telling all the store staff about how great our products are and goes into more technical understanding than I will ever be able to do. So hence why we always need a techie here, just in case we have some difficult questions, which we'll obviously do our best to answer. In terms of the team outside line, or the Team LG blog, Claudia, who's obviously just introduced, is over there. We also have Laura. Where is Laura? She's at the back hiding. Helen is also here. Okay, she's outside. And also Mr. Cameraman Sam. So we've got some really exciting stuff in terms of the advertising and the deal with Fulham in terms of our sponsorship, obviously Arsenal as well. You'll also notice in there we have the LG Arena up in Birmingham, which is the LG Arena. Obviously the cricket, in terms of the Cricket World Cup, the 2020, which we were the sponsors of. And also some other great things in there as well, such as sponsoring the London Fireworks, which is going to become an annual thing, as well as the event at Battersea Power Station for the snowboarding free sports on 4 as well. So again, thanks very much for coming. This is going to be an exclusive launch event of our new range that will be launched at IFA over the coming few days. They are currently covered, but as the presentation goes through, it's only going to be about 20 minutes. The agenda is here, so it's going to be a 20 to 30 minute presentation from myself, and then we'll have a roundtable discussion. If there's any questions that you want to ask, either myself, Nisha, Rebecca or Dean, then just feel free to ask any question. As I said, we'll do our absolute best to answer them today. If we can't answer them today, I'll assure you we'll get the answers from our product development teams or our R&D teams to get you the exact answers that you want. And then maybe the most important section here is that we can have just some general chit-chat and discussion about what you've seen today at the pub for a few drinks just around the corner. So I'm going to crack on. I'd appreciate if any of the questions you do have is to have them at the end of the presentation around the table, if possible, and I can just try and get through this presentation. So I'm going to cover off in terms of just a couple of slides on the TV market, just to so you can see of how LG have performed against our key competitors. I'm going to cover off one slide in terms of the perception from you guys, consumers, about LG as a brand. And then the most important section is obviously the new products, of the main reason why we're all here today. So we'll cover off the roadmap, we'll cover off some of the key technologies that's going to drive these new products for us. And then also what we're actually going to do, we're also exclusively going to show you the TV advert that we're going to kick off later on this year. So again, you'll be the first to see not only the product, you'll also be the first to see the TV advert that will also go alongside the launch campaign. So firstly, the reason why we're here at the Design Centre for LG. This is our main European headquarters for design. This is where all the designs that you're going to see for our new products, this is where they will come from in terms of all the lead designers are based here in the Covent Garden office. So our European headquarters, we do have 6 design centres around, so this is the most important one for us. In terms of the consumer electronics market, I'm going to go through this quickly. You can see that the consumer electronics has been affected by the recession, down 7.5%, but still £4.2 billion worth as an industry. But you can see it has struggled as the recession is bit in. However, TV has actually performed very well. I'm not sure if you've seen the Ofcom report that's come out that says consumers are now, 47% of consumers are trading, not going to an expensive restaurant, but staying in and having dinner in and watching TV. Hence, great news for us. The TV market is actually up 19% overall in terms of volume, and it's at the same level in terms of value. When you compare that to the success of LG, we're up 88% on the same period of last year in terms of volume and 68% in value. So we've had a rapid increase of growth this year, and there's a variety of reasons. Some of them you would have seen in the brand reel that I showed at the beginning, and hopefully you have some of the slides you'll see a little bit more detail of where that's actually come from. This is what myself, Rebecca and Nisha are tracked on in terms of a market share tracker. We're actually double market share against last year. This is last year's market share performance, and this is this year. And you can see both in volume and value really exceeding this 10% mark and getting closer to the main competitors. So you may be thinking, okay, that's great, but so what? What about the other competitors? They've probably done the same. But what you'll find here is that we're ahead of very credible brands, such as Sony and Panasonic, in terms of we're in second place. The other thing you'll notice is the top 2 brands are Korean. 3 and 4 are Japanese. So the Japanese dominance in the UK looks to have ended. But they had a stranglehold over the UK market for many years. And you can see that the rise of LG here, this pink line, going from just above the 5% mark, now over 10% within just 1 year. So we've had rapid growth, and any time we're ahead of brands like Sony and Panasonic is a remarkable achievement, and one that we don't take lightly at all. But we need to make sure now we get close to our good friends at Samsung. So we are getting closer, but the plan is our CEO has come over within the last 2 weeks. He now wants LG to become number 1 in UK as a number 1 strategic market. So everything that we do over the next 3 to 4 years will be all aimed at getting to that number 1 spot, especially for the Olympics when they come in 2012. This is perception of LG from consumers. Total awareness is up 89%, but top of mind awareness has rapidly increased at 11%. What is the first brand the consumer's thinking of when they go into the store to buy a TV? It's still 44% Sony. So almost half the consumers going into an electronics store still think they're going to buy a Sony TV. They only have less than 20% market share, as you've just seen. So they are switching from here to other brands. But you can see the rapid increase of Samsung here, but also into LG as well. So the 2 fastest growing brands are LG and Samsung. Okay, moving on. We have 3 key products for the second half of this year. I'm going to introduce each one at a time, and then I'm going to go into each one in a little bit more detail. The first one is our brand new LED TV series, the SL9000, which is here today, which we'll unveil shortly. 42 and 47-inch LED backlight technology, and also it has a very innovative design that I'm hoping you'd agree it looks absolutely stunning. The second one is our super slim SL8000 200Hz LCD TV with a similar design to the 9000. And the third one is actually, you're probably thinking, why is the LF7700 here? Because that's a model that's been in the market for a few months now. The reason that's there is because iPlayer, I'm sure everyone's familiar with BBC iPlayer, that's now going to be launched on the TV in October. So again, that is under NDA. But everyone that owns a FreeSat TV or that buys a FreeSat TV from LG will now be able to access the last 7 days worth of BBC content through the Ethernet port on the back of the TV, connected into their wireless modem. Okay, so going into a little bit more detail, we can actually have a look at these products. So there are 3 new products in terms of our roadmap. I know many of you are very familiar with our roadmap of what we offer. The 2 key products that will be, majority of the focus will be spent on are up here, right at the top of our tree. And the third one is our LU7000, which offers a 19 and 22 inch with a built-in DVD inside. So we've offered built-in DVD, as Martin was saying earlier, 26 inch and 32 inch, but people want it as a secondary TV in bedrooms and kitchens. And people that go into university want to have a TV that's not only got digital freeview in it, but can also play back their huge collection of DVDs. So we've now offered a 19 and 22, which is also here today, and that is the competition winner today for the LU7000.